idea of a goal is not necessarily about getting the goal, but it's about who you're becoming in the process of getting the goal.
You don't always get to choose in this life, win and lose in this life, but I'ma prove in this life.
Welcome back to another wrap up. We're here first week out of lockdown, and it feels good.
Feels amazing.
We're back. Stewie's just been recording some drums for the playbook. We've had a couple. No?
For repeat script?
Oh, sorry, repeat script.
We're off to a good start here.
A couple of new releases are out. Biam just dropped their track Change. They've got a new track coming out with Michaela from Yours Truly on the 17th of November. And their album, which was recorded here, Armageddon, drops on the 19th.
Let's go.
Yep. What else has come out? Ben Witowski dropped.
Ben Witowski, his EP will be out soon. He just released a single called Heartbeats. And then also a young gun called Reno. He's a legend. His new track Rise came out last week or the week before.
Yep. All We Need.
All We Need is coming out, yep.
Nice.
Their album, their full length, they recorded in 2019 here at the studios.
Yep.
Is coming out very soon.
Finally getting
They're
released.
holding on to that.
St. Louis next week.
Lewis. Nice. So there's tunes coming out. Artists are getting back busy again.
Yeah.
Fuck, the main thing is it fucking feels good to be out of lockdown and back here, out in the public doing things.
Yeah.
So let's have a chat. What's been happening here? What's on everyone's mind?
I think obviously lockdown pretty much causes things to come to a standstill, and like it usually takes in the past lockdowns it's kind of taken a couple of months or so for people to get back up to like running speed. And it feels like this time I think things will be a little bit different. People are realizing that they didn't have to wait. They could release stuff during lockdown, and that's really cool to see. So that's exciting. Obviously we've got heaps of bookings coming through the studio, so really excited for that.
One of the best bits as well coming out of this lockdown is now seeing gig announcements again and festivals coming back, and it's like Beyond the Valley Untitled Group have just announced 2 massive events, like Wildlands Beyond the City. They're going to be like hella dope. We'll be down there. Like, it's just good to see big scale events coming back, and there's this hype around the industry again that hasn't really been there for the last 2 years.
Yeah, true. I was going to say, and it feel coming out of, to tag on what you said, how it's picking up quicker, like it feels better coming out of this lockdown, I think, than any previous.
Absolutely.
Like we got a combination of shows being announced. We've had these caps look like they're going to come to an end, so we're going to have events with full restriction, no restrictions towards the end of the year. It feels good. Even out morning meeting today, us and all the team, we were just super, I guess, grateful and really vocalized how good it feels just to be doing something we fucking love around people we love. Because it gives you energy. Like this, it does give us energy, and it makes it enjoyable. So just being able to get back to stuff that we like doing, just the quality of life fucking improves.
And I think like being in a creative job, like it's obviously very difficult to get motivation when you're not around people, and that's a lot of the reasons why we have seen such a standstill in the music industry in the past, but I think everyone's starting to get excited and get around people, and like you said, it just gives everyone energy, and it's really, really good to see.
Shout out everyone who battled through. If you're still standing, you're winning, because it's been a tough journey, but it's good to be back, and love to everyone who's pushed through.
And even if you feel like you had potentially given up or something like that on music or something, it's never too late. You can always come back. There's people in the industry that really do care. All of us here, we give a shit. So, if you need to reach out and talk to anyone, definitely 100%. We're here.
I do feel like there's a new sense of empathy, because we've all gone through a unifying experience. We all got fucked over the last 18 months. So it's like the hierarchies are still there, but not as much. I think there's a bit more empathy come through now, and hopefully that means the industry looks better in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And completely forgot what I was going to say.
What's been happening with $80?
We're starting to head back into scaling up. In-person interviews are about to start happening again at Marshall Street, which is hella exciting.
Yep.
Something really cool, notable to note this week. We talk about this dude every week, but the Kid Laroi just became the fastest artist ever to 1 billion streams on his song "Stay" with Justin Bieber. crazy to think that, you know, he was getting 12 SoundCloud plays 5 years ago, and now he's...
And what was the first airplay you got in Australia?
Never mentioned this before.
No, never mentioned it before, but you know, it's just cool to see, regardless of who it was and how it happened. Like an Australian now holds that record, so that is really inspirational and motivating for other young cats coming up. It's like, yo, I can achieve that now. That's something that probably
100%.
wasn't achievable long before.
And even that, like, I think there's so much to be said about just seeing someone who's done it before, or seeing a path that's there. Like, you know, because we've spoken about it on some of the podcasts, but even privately before. Like when we were coming up in, you know, 2010, 2011, first trying to book shows, like even getting a show booked for a hip hop group was hard. Like we had Cassie on the music industry hangs, and she spoke about it. She was one of the first booking agents who booked us at Revs, and she told us, and I didn't even realize it till 10 years later when she said that she copped some, some flack from internally for booking a hip hop gig. And then she was like, you guys were awesome. We sold it out. We were fucking friendly. Everything was fine. And she was like, just at the time, booking a hip hop gig caused internal debate in the office. Yeah. Whereas now it's like, man, Sampa's kicked down doors. Leroy's the first to a billion. It's like these things are now evident. We've seen like the path there.
I think with the availability to that information, you know, you're seeing a lot more readily available, open, you know, seeing behind the curtain type things in the industry, where, you know, you've got YouTube and stuff, where podcasts, all that sort of stuff, where people are laying it all out. Like, this is how I did it. You know, before they, you know, the music industry labels and execs and stuff would be like, keep a cap on it, because you got to be somewhat, you know, like unknown. You know, they can't know how you did it.
Yep.
Now everyone knows. You can just fucking find the right people, work hard, and, you know, work with some talented people and keep stepping up. And there's clear pathways. There's no one pathway, but there's clear pathways for you to approach your music.
And I think it's now become evident that there is more than one pathway. Because when you're in that unknown, like I remember when I was just starting out as an artist, I didn't know the pathways to get to where I wanted. I knew I wanted to be somewhere, but I didn't know the pathways, and I didn't know what was available.
So you're just guessing.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of going, I guess I do this.
And hoping that the people you pay money for, whether these are fucking PR companies or fucking labels to get on their mixtapes and mags and shit, you're just hoping that they've got your best interests and that they're not just doing it for cash. And then when you do that the first 10 times and you realize you were wrong and they're all full of shit, and you're like, fuck man, like it is hard to find that path. And so I think the internet does show you that, one, not only is there a path out there, but multiple paths can get you to where you want to go.
I think when that sort of stuff happens, when you're in a band and stuff, you get disillusioned and you kind of give up a little bit of hope. Because if every time you're reaching for something and, you know, it's spitting on your face, like, you know, you just lose a lot of momentum mentally, and you kind of give up, and that's why a lot of people quit. And
100%.
And I hopefully, like you said, with this unifying experience and, you know, a lot more empathy and stuff, you hope that there will be more people that are willing to help each other build up and create something new and fun and awesome and cool.
And I think even just from the, you know, the small people of the industry that I guess I'm close to and talk to regularly, I've seen that become a common thread of all of them. So I guess even the good news, I guess, on the whole is there will always be people who don't take that route of empathy and helping others. But I think it's now big enough in the industry that those people are the minority. So I think there is enough good people out there with good intentions. Yes, there's always going to be sharks and there's always going to be people who do want to take advantage, whether it's financially, emotionally, of young artists. But I think there is enough people in the industry now in powers of position that do want the right thing to happen and do have empathy for others and do want to see this information get in the right hands, that I think that there is a good enough core there.
Foundation.
Yeah.
I think we're about to go through some change, and we are going through change in a million different respects, and I think that's definitely one of them.
Oh, definitely. It's like, as we've spoken about before COVID hit, like in 2019, we used to say it felt like there was a change coming, like the old gatekeepers needed to get cleared out in some capacity. I didn't think it would be COVID. I didn't even know what COVID fucking was, but it definitely felt like the industry needed a cleanse. And I think, you know, the past 18 months has done that. I mean, fucking Dennis Hanlon, you see all the shit that comes out around that. It's like all these things that I guess internally people knew of, now coming to light, and they're now being exposed and cleared out, and letting the next generation of artists and creatives come through.
Now, a thought just came to my head on that is like, if you're waiting to see what's going to happen over the next 3, 6 months, a year, don't wait. I would just encourage everyone to just get moving. You know, don't sit around and wait for something to happen. Don't wait for people to come to you. Don't wait for, you know, these opportunities to arise. Make them yourself, that, like you guys have always done. You know, you make your own opportunities, and you know, it comes back to you.
Be the
100%.
change. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, you definitely can't just sit and wait and like, oh, let's see how this unfolds and then I'll make my move. Like, you're never gonna really get
There's no
anywhere.
perfect time.
It's kind of like, it's like the analogy of like, if you think that the president, if say you're American, or if you think the prime minister affects your day to day enough that makes you unhappy, sorry man, but your mindset is fucked. Your mindset is fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you might not agree with what that power be has, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect your day to day. And if you're gonna let something like that affect your day to day, like, your mindset's flawed from the get go.
Refocus your energies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, what else we got coming up? This is going to be out next week, so let's let the cat out of the bag. We are throwing down a party here tonight.
COVID safe function will be
course.
occurring with all people double vaxxed and checking in via the government regulations.
Everything done out of here will be in accordance with government regulations, my friend.
Absolutely.
But that's going to happen tonight. It'd be good to see people, good to have people and artists back here again, catch up with the residents after this 7-70 day lockdown.
Yeah. And enjoy our hangovers tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Stu's we got a dance crew in tomorrow.
Yep. So DV Dance Studio coming to record a song that they're going to perform with. So that'll be cool. Next week again, Tim Maxwell from Loser coming through to help me produce my next EP for a Pete script. Lashes.
The new residents we got as well.
Yeah, Bailey's jumped in. We got Titan coming out of Studio One, bringing all the Westside boys with him, all the guys from Off the Grid. People who follow our socials would have seen the program we did with them a couple of months ago.
April, I think it was.
Yep. They've now got a permanent studio out of here, which is fucking awesome. Those guys are killer, the best attitude, best energy you could possibly dream of. So super, super grateful and blessed to have those dudes working out of here. Even just to tag back on the events, Watermelon Sundays is back
Shout
open.
out Philly.
Yep, Junior is
Back
throwing
spinning.
down the first one. Lord Peso's emceeing as always. Those events are always sick, so make sure you get to them.
That's it.
Anything else?
We good.
What else we got? That's it. We'll keep this one. Oh, what are you good?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, we'll obviously, we'll catch up with you next week, and we've probably got some stuff that we might have forgotten about, but we'll recap then.
Yeah, first one to get back into it.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks for joining, everyone. As always, make sure to check the socials: Insta, Spotify, Facebook, TikTok. There's recording, artist coaching, OnlyFans coming soon. Get in touch about recording, artist coaching, development, anything. You got any questions? Hit us up. We're always here. We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.